Have you ever agreed to something just to avoid conflict, even though it made you uncomfortable or you felt like people are taking advantage of your kindness? It's time to change that. I've been there too, feeling exhausted, overcommitted, and even resentful because I didn't know how to set boundaries and always showed up for people just because I thought it was kind and I needed to. But here's the thing, boundaries aren't selfish, they are essential. In this video, we'll break down how to set healthy boundaries and stick to them so you protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. And without further talking, I would say we just get right into it. Section 1. Why boundaries are important. First of all, boundaries help you to maintain mental health and avoid burnout, and they create respect in your relationships. If you set a boundary and the people stick to them around you, they respect you and you respect yourself a lot more. Also, you can't pour something from an already empty cup. You need to protect your energy first before you give everything you have to others, because otherwise you are always working for everyone else and don't work for your goals or for the things you want to do yourself. What I want to tell you is, if you don't start setting boundaries for the people in your life, they can take advantage of you and it leads to more stress or resentment for you. Section 2. Identifying your boundaries. Ask yourself what makes you uncomfortable, what makes you resentful, what situations drain your energy. Where in your life did you say yes to someone just for the sake of saying yes, but you really didn't want to do it, or you just did it out of kindness? And write it down. Write down what you want to change and create a list of non-negotiables. For example, I won't work past 7 p.m. I need alone time every weekend. Set non-negotiables that nobody is able to touch or get to, and when you have those non-negotiables, stick to them. Don't let anyone change it, because there is a reason why it's called a non-negotiable list. This part is the whole identifying your boundaries part. You can ask yourself, what are things you're doing that you don't really want to do? For example, if you're constantly staying late at work, set a clear boundary around your working hours. Or if you always show up for that one friend, but that one friend is never showing up for you, set a boundary there and tell them that you stop showing up for them if they don't start showing up for you, and figure out this non-negotiable list. Section 3. Communicating boundaries effectively. You have to be clear and direct in communicating your boundaries to others and also in communicating your boundaries to yourself. You have to use I statements. For example, I feel overwhelmed when I'm asked to take on extra work without notice, or I feel stressed because I'm always working past my normal hours and I feel like I don't have time for myself. Don't over-explain your boundaries to others. A simple "no, I can do it right now" is enough, and you don't have to over-explain and overcomplicate it. It's your boundary, and if you say no, you don't want to do it, or no, you can't do it, that should be enough, and you shouldn't start over-explaining. And the third tip for communicating your boundaries is that the tone matters. You have to stay calm and assertive and not begin to defend your boundary or be apologetic about it. And section 4, stick to them. Prepare yourself for pushback, because some people may test your boundaries, don't understand them, or just don't understand why you're setting those boundaries because you haven't set them before. Stay firm and repeat your message if necessary, but stick to your boundary. If you say no one time and then take it back, the people feel like they can take advantage of you more because you change your answer for them if they try hard enough and you don't feel like your boundaries are working. So to do that, you also have to practice saying no. For example, you can say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now." This is a very nice way of neglecting something, but sometimes there are people in your life where you just have to say, "No, I don't do it right now," or "No, I won't help you with that because I don't have the time for that," and they don't accept that quite easily. And I know that it's hard from one extreme to the other, especially if you always said yes out of kindness, out of people pleasing and now you try to set boundaries and say no more often. At first it feels really weird, but you're gonna get used to it and you're gonna get used to saying no to more people and start to realize that your boundaries actually work and that if you stick to them, it's a lot easier for you to live your life the way you want to. Hand in hand with stopping to people please is overcome the guilt of your own boundaries. Remind yourself that your boundaries aren't selfish, they are more self-care. You're taking care of yourself and your time, and you're not on this earth to serve others except for you. You only have this one life and you don't have this life to live it for someone else, and you don't need to take your time to make someone else's life better. And the fourth step here is to reinforce your decisions. If you already made plans, you can say, I already made plans tonight, but I hope you understand. Or I already have something else planned today. I hope you understand. You don't have to tell them harsh things or tell them about your boundaries in a mean way. You always can tell people why you stick to them, and then they most likely will understand why you have this set boundary and why you want to stick to it. In conclusion, boundaries protect your well-being and strengthen your relationships, not only with yourself but also with the people around you. You need to identify, communicate and stick to your boundaries consistently so that you get used to your boundaries, everyone around you gets used to them, and you start stepping in for yourself. And remember, every time you set a boundary, you're saying yes to yourself, and that's a yes worth saying. And that's also the end of this video. I hope this video helped you. If it did, you can subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video of me. You can also let me know down in the comments what boundaries you are currently working on. And without further talking, I hope you have a wonderful week. Make someone's day this week, and we see you next week with another video. Bye!
Funky. My darling, I love you.